What is up, guys? Today was interesting to say the least. I'm not gonna say I'm surprised that we had such a choppy day. I mean, we've been having bad luck with chops, but let me show you exactly what happened today. Okay, so looking at S&P and NAS, we're pretty much trading the same way. I was watching out for this order block. If you look in the hourly right here, price created this order block during Asian session, and yeah, we've just been moving bullish ever since. If we look here on Nasdaq, we did the exact same. Ignore some of the drawings here. I know it looks a bit chaotic right now, but as you can see, this is S&P, this is Nasdaq. We moved relatively the same, and I was looking for price to respect this order block right here, right there. Same with S&P, and then looking at US 30, we were looking for price to respect, you know, overall bullish trend. Tapping into the daily open and then seeing that reaction. If we go into the 5 minute, actually let's go down into the 1 minute. Over here we tapped into, this wasn't daily open, this was okay, it was reacting off of taking Asia's low. As you can see here, we took Asian lows, price reacted off of that, market structure shift type of thing, and we thought, okay, we're going to move higher, take out Monday's high, if not just today's high, whatever. And then Nasdaq and S&P, wasn't sure for S&P's target, but seeing that reaction off of the 4-hour order block, if we go into the 15 minute, this order block right here, we thought this reaction was telling us, okay, we're going to move higher. You see that long 15-minute candle. If you go into that 1 minute, we saw the structure, we inversed, thinking, okay, we're getting the same sort of price action that we're getting here on Nasdaq. As you can see right here, we get that exact same inversion of this fair value gap reacting off of the order block. Same like with S&P, they're both reacting off of the order block, and that's why I thought, okay, this is a perfect opportunity for buys. Stop loss was a bit lower than that, but this is where we closed because price was just super choppy. I was trying to aim for break even, but it ended up with a $4 loss over there, which is okay. I'm okay with that. That's perfectly fine. We tried again with this huge move to the upside. We thought, okay, this is price breaking out, we're going to start buying up here. And then I saw no. Looking at the bigger picture, we've been consolidating the whole time. If you look on the 15 minute on NAS, let me look at the bigger picture here. Let's put NAS on this bigger screen and S&P on this smaller screen. And if we look at the 1 minute, look at price action on NAS. We were chopping inside of this orange, these orange lines. If you can see, I'll make these a bit thicker, but you can see that's an AMD setup right there. Like, why did I not see this whole accumulation and then price eventually after calming itself down with the news coming out at 4 o'clock? We should have just waited afterwards, wait for price to die down and then do its move. And as you can see, price inversed this fair value gap that broke out and then came back inside of this accumulation range, coming in and making another order block, and then yeah, just dropping in price after that. I label out this 5-minute fair value gap, thinking price might just give a retracement entry just for an opportunity to get an entry and follow the move down. Because of course with AMD, the target of the target for this AMD setup is at least the bottom of the accumulation. But we know that price is bearish today overall because we are reacting off of high time frame liquidity. Like, look, we took our previous day's high on US 30, but we did not here on Nasdaq. If you look on SMT, we did take out the previous day high. We've got SMTs on both sides, so it was clear bearish day. We just didn't zoom out, and that kind of slipped our mind a little bit. But yeah, if you managed to get a trade today in this confusion, good luck on you. I did switch off the charts, ended my live after this trade. I was really annoyed, but then after seeing this move, I had to hop back on to the live, and then I started taking this entry round about somewhere here. I deleted it, but I closed it very quickly, somewhere around break even, maybe even $1 or $2 in the negative. But we closed it and thought we're just gonna watch it because we're not just gonna enter here. And then price created this nice order block, and I thought, okay, this is at least a decent entry to try and enter off of, and then we ride down towards the London low, Asia low. It's right here. There we go. Asia low, London low. We took that out very quickly, and then my next target was the consequent encroachment, this area of the daily wick of yesterday. As you can see, this is yesterday's wick. We took the 50% or the consequent encroachment of that, and then looked for price to come down to at least 1 to 2 RR, but price reacted off of this area, and so I made sure to partial very quickly. Wasn't quite a 1 to 2, but 1 to 1.5, and that's okay. At least we managed to take some of partials, and that profit covered my loss from earlier today. So I was up about $11 or so because I closed 80% of my position and just let the 20% run. And as price went up towards my break-even point, I moved my stop loss down here. I wasn't willing for price to come up into here and maybe react or anything. I was just happy with covering my losses and, ending the day with not losing anything, with recovering properly. I wouldn't recommend jumping back into the charts after you've taken some loss. But yeah, we managed to recover and we kept our cool the second time round. But yeah, we should definitely pay attention to making sure that we follow our rules properly and not panic and not be fearful once we're in the trade. Zoom out a little bit. The context matters. Because yeah, we missed an AMD opportunity that was very clear. We could have had an earlier entry for that. And then overall, trading in chops. It's the worst, I know, but we need to stay out of those. I recommend waiting at least an hour after news for something to happen, because it tends to be what happens. If you look, we had news, red folder news at 4 o'clock. When the price start doing its thing, like only afterwards, okay, I would say half an hour to an hour. Let's see here. Price starts making this move very close to the half an hour mark. That's the thing also about late news at 10 a.m. or at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That's really very late for me. But yeah, we had the same thing the day before on Thursday. Price made its move on Thursday only afterwards, after we had news at 3:40. It was like a speech, and we know speech is like usually an hour long or so, so we wait until that's done, and look, we get some decent opportunities to enter afterwards. So yeah, I think that's something to make note of. Before I forget, sorry guys, I forgot to show you the results. Yeah, this is the results for today. We got $11. I know it's not much, but yeah, we took these trades. This was the first one that was in the accumulation. The chop didn't work out, and then we took the next sell, which was that one that failed, that one that's my gosh, move, there we go. Okay. So that first one, that $4, that was this one. The second one, this is the one with the AMD that failed, and then we mentioned that we took one here, but then we exited very quickly, so it doesn't really count. It literally looks like that would be that smaller amount that you see here, this 30 cents. And then of course, this is our last and final recovery trade. We made $24, put us back in profit. Yeah, you can see we took off 80% to get that last 20%. We put our stop loss at break even, and that's what we closed on. So yeah, overall we took, okay, that's okay, I guess 4 trades. Yeah, I don't know why it separates each one over here, but we took 4 trades. So far so good. We recovered. That's a good recovery. Don't recommend doing that, but I think it's also emotions from such a bad loss yesterday. But we're going to make progress. We're going to start seeing more green. So yeah, but next time, enjoy your weekend, guys. I'm glad I can walk away with some coins, but not with empty pockets, or not with holes in my pockets, you know what I mean? So enjoy the weekend. See you guys next week Tuesday. I'm gonna start hopping on at 3 o'clock. Just make a note of that. 3 o'clock weekdays, I'm gonna start the lives. No longer at 2:30. I think it's a bit too early for me. So see you guys then. Cheers.